Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I have already given two slides, two lectures actually, about the definition of ecosystems. I was searching the literature and I came across a title, A New Definition and Classification of Ecosystems by JAIME Marquez. I got interested in his definition, and now I'm conveying this definition is view that how it differs from the conventional or traditional definition. He says 7 elements are common to all the ecosystems: biodiversity, physical environment, hierarchy, interactivity, openness, homeoecostasis, and evolutionary process or evolutionary trends. You can see this diagram that they are surrounding this circle and star. The simplest definition is that ecosystem refers to a specific community of organisms that interacts with each other and with other environment they inhabit, where they live. However, this definition says nothing about the open character of the ecosystem, about the hierarchy among the species and process, and about the capacity to evolve as a whole throughout history of life on this planet. So this a little bit differs. He justifies the new because he says the older definition is not complete one. Ecosystem is a geographical area or a specific place in which certain living organisms interact with each other and with the same environment. Since the concept of ecosystem remained unchanged, it must always include interrelationships of species with their environment. The view served as the central organizing concept of ecology. Its study has become very important for the analysis of global changes and human environment impacts. Now, some other definitions. Ecologists offered many definitions worldwide to define the term ecosystem in their own way based on their specialization and interest. All of them agree at least on one point, that is, it is an interconnected, interdependent system operated jointly by biotic and abiotic components within a certain common habitat. This is common to all the definitions, whatever is available now. Tinsley was the first one, or he for the first time defined that ecosystem is the biological entity that includes both biotic and abiotic components. An ecosystem is formed by the interaction between all living and non-living things. It tells how living and non-living things interact with each other. So biotic-abiotic interaction and interaction among themselves and with the physical environment. Oldham defined a little bit more explanatory way any area of nature, natural area, that includes living organism, which he called biotic community, non-living substances, which he called physical environment, interacting with each other so that a flow of energy, he has added that a flow of energy leads to a clearly defined trophic structure. Trophic structures means food levels, biodiversity and material cycling, that is biogeochemical cycles are there. Oldham definition of ecosystem, to me, the Oldham definition is comprehensive and complete in all respects, covering all the essential functional parts. I have been teaching this definition for the past many years to my students. Recently, I am enjoying retired life. I came across an interesting definition. I am placing it before you to ponder upon. This is the article, New Definition and Three Categories of Classifying Ecosystem by James Marquez. This is from the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, and he belongs to Spain, University of Santiago, Spain. This is a complete reference of his paper which I downloaded, and the remaining lecture is based on this paper and explaining this paper. This paper was published in 2023. According to JAIME, viruses are an important component of global biodiversity. He considers three global categories of ecosystem based on degree of human influence. Category 1 includes all natural ecosystems. Second category includes disturbed ecosystems which have been disturbed, altered, modified by man. Third category covers ecosystems that have been altered by introduction of synthetic or modified organisms generated in the labs. So this was a new addition to this definition, that the ecosystem which are running, which are based, which have been modified due to introduction of synthetic or modified organism GMOs generated in the labs, whether it's a microbe, it's a higher plant or a lower plant. So this one, a better alternate definition is required. He says that a better alternate definition is required. Knowledge of global distribution of these categories can help in planning global environmental policies that would contribute making our society compatible with the preservation of biodiversity in today's light. JAIME believes that ecosystem can be defined in a better alternate academic way as summarized in Figure 1. Figure 1 is this one which I said in the beginning, I told you. So new definition says the JAIME defined ecosystem as a set of interconnected hierarchical living and non-living worlds that function as an open homeoecostatic and evolutionary system. Keep in mind this homeoecostatic or homeoecostasis. It differs from homeostasis, which is common word in Oldham's and other definitions. Every ecosystem has its own set of interconnected worlds that make it different from other ecosystems. It is worth noting that new definitions of the term ecosystem and biogeosynosis have been proposed in the past on the basis of several specific characteristics related to both concepts. This is the same figure 1 which I have explained. 7 systems are there, or worlds are there. According to JAIME, ecosystem is composed of two components: elements of ecosystem and categories of ecosystem. So he divides ecosystem into elements of ecosystem and categories types. He also agreed that there is nothing wrong with the classical view of ecosystem. He considers 7 elements in any ecosystem. He says that the previous definition, they are also good, but he considers 7 elements in all the ecosystem. He classifies ecosystem into 3 categories. He also emphasizes on the importance of viruses in the ecosystem. Viruses are not given their due role in the ecosystem in the previous definitions. They were belonging to plants, animal, macro, and these things. So this was his view. Thank you very much. We would continue it in the next one. Just here we give you an idea that he divides ecosystem into various categories and various types. Thank you very much.